All right, welcome back, deep divers. Ready to dive back into No Gain, No Love.
Always ready for more drama.
Episodes 9 and 10 really brought the heat, didn't they?
Yeah.
And lucky for us, we've got Unit's awesome recaps over on World Wonders Drama to help break it all down.
They always have such a great perspective on the show.
Totally. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, just a quick reminder.
Mm-hmm.
We're dealing with a fake marriage, Hae-young and Ji-wook, trying to make their lives a little easier. You know, the classic K-drama setup.
Right. Except this show loves to throw those curveballs.
Big time. And this time, it's all about family secrets. I mean, talk about a game changer. Ji-wook drops the bomb about his father.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming. Who knew he was Chairman Bok's son? Suddenly the whole family dynamic is flipped on its head. You can just imagine the drama.
Total chaos, right. Especially for poor Gil-yoon. I almost felt bad for the guy. Almost.
Well, his reaction was pretty extreme, chopping off his hair.
Yeah.
That's some serious drama queen behavior right there.
Seriously. But you have to admit, even Unit thought it was kind of funny. They even compared it to, like, a Yuzeon-era apology ritual.
Yeah, like something straight out of a historical drama.
Okay.
But I think that's what makes the show so great. It can be intense and dramatic 1 minute, then have you laughing out loud the next.
Totally. Okay, but let's talk about Githyeon's confession to Jaeyeon. Where did that come from?
Talk about a plot twist. 1 minute, they're practically at war, and the next, he's pouring his heart out.
Right. It's classic enemies to lovers territory. And I gotta say, K-dramas do it so well.
Yeah. They really play with your expectations. Just when you think you know where the story's going, bam, they throw something like that at you.
And the best part is, I think everyone saw it coming. Even Unit mentioned how much the viewers are rooting for these two.
Oh yeah, the online forums are going crazy. Everyone loves an underdog romance.
Speaking of romance, can we talk about Ha-joon walking in on that whole confession scene? Talk about awkward.
The timing couldn't have been worse. And given his history with Jaeyeon, well, let's just say things are about to get interesting.
Interesting is an understatement. We've got a potential love triangle brewing, secrets bubbling to the surface, and to top it all off, Gaeyeon decides to drown his sorrows. Or maybe celebrate. Right outside Jaeyeon's apartment.
Oh yeah, that was a classic K-drama moment. Poor Ganghyun, trying to play it cool but ending up stumbling drunk and heartbroken.
And of course, Hae-young and Ji-wook show up at the worst possible time, thinking he's some kind of stalker.
It was pure comedic gold. Even Unit called it a masterpiece of awkwardness.
Talk about an awkward start to the day. That breakfast scene the next morning was comedy gold.
Right. Gaeyeon just casually dropping those bombshells about Jaeyeon moving out and Ji-wook skipping town.
Like it was nothing. I swear my jaw dropped.
You know what Unit said? They said it was refreshing to see a K-drama not go full-blown melodrama at that moment.
Yeah, usually someone would be throwing dishes or bursting into tears.
Exactly. But Hae-young, she just kicks out the Penthouse twins and suggests Subway for breakfast.
So Hae-young, always keeping it real. But as much as I love the comedic relief, let's talk about that heavy stuff with Jaeyeon's past.
That reveal was a lot.
To think, all this time, she's been carrying that weight. It just breaks your heart.
Finding out the person you love, who's like a sister to you, had her life torn apart like that.
And by someone connected to your own family, no less. I mean, her dad murdered Hae-young's father.
It adds this whole other layer of complexity to their relationship. Their bond isn't just about shared experiences anymore.
It's about shared trauma. And it explains so much about Jaeyeon's fear of repeating the past.
Like she's destined for unhappiness. But Hae-young, she refuses to see it that way.
She's so protective of Jaeyeon. It's like she's trying to break the cycle.
And it's pretty amazing how the show tackles these really tough, real-life issues like domestic violence and generational trauma, you know?
Absolutely. And through it all, it still manages to maintain that warmth and heart.
And speaking of heart, we can't forget about Manager Jang's perfectly timed return.
Manager Jang. Talk about a breath of fresh air.
He's like that wise, fatherly figure that Ji-wook desperately needs. And I love how he calls Ji-wook out on his noble idiot act.
Oh, totally. That whole I'm doing this for your own good routine.
Manager Jang sees right through it. He tells Ji-wook to stop running away and to fight for his own happiness.
Which leads us to that amazing scene between Ji-wook and Hae-yar.
The confession.
Yeah. That was powerful stuff. He lays his heart out there, completely bare.
Vulnerable, heartbreaking, and so real. Even Unit was gushing about it.
And then that kiss.
Unit described it as ferocious, which knowing them is saying something.
It was intense. And it felt earned, you know. All that pent-up emotion just exploding.
The show's really good at building that tension and delivering those payoffs.
Seriously. They keep you on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen next. You'd think after all that, things would calm down, right? Give us a little breather.
You'd hope. But nope, this is no gain, no love. They always have more up their sleeves.
And this time, Gichin and Jaeyeon take center stage.
That date, that research date they had at Gulby, so cute.
I know, right? For a minute there, I thought, maybe Gayeon's actually turned over a new leaf.
Me too. And Unit even mentioned the possibility of a spin-off with these two.
Can you imagine? I would totally watch that.
Yeah.
But sadly, back in the real world of the show, their little bubble gets burst.
Yeah. Woo Jae and Yelin show up, and suddenly it's not so romantic anymore.
Talk about tension. That confrontation wasn't just about their past. It was about Gi-hyun facing the music for his actions.
Exactly. He hurt a lot of people, even if he didn't mean to. And now it's all coming back to bite him.
It really made me think, can you separate feelings from actions? Like, can you be with someone knowing they cause pain to people you care about?
Such a tough question. Especially in a culture where family and loyalty mean everything.
So much to unpack there. And then, just when you thought the drama couldn't get any heavier, bam, the mother of all reveals.
Gwiwook's secret.
Turns out, he and Hae Young were foster siblings. Talk about a plot twist.
You could feel Hae Young's world shattering.
Absolutely. That look on her face. Pure heartbreak after everything they'd been through, after that incredible confession.
And that promise. They promised no more secrets.
The ultimate betrayal. Even Unit admitted to shedding a few tears over this one.
Who could blame them? It was brutal. And now we're left hanging, wondering if these two can come back from this.
One episode left, right?
Yeah.
One episode to wrap up all this drama. Can they find their way back to each other? Can Gyu-hyun redeem himself? So many questions.
Yeah, I know. And what about Jaeyeon? What's she gonna do? She's always the voice of reason, the heart of the show.
It's going to be an emotional roller coaster, that's for sure. But that's no gain, no love for you. Always keeping us on our toes.
It's what we love about it, right?
Yeah.
Even though our deep dive might be over, I'm sure we'll be talking about this one for a while.
Absolutely. It's the kind of show that stays with you, makes you think, makes you feel, and, hey, maybe even makes you want to check out those World Wonders drama recaps. Thanks to Unit for their awesome insights. All right, Deep Divers, that's a wrap on another episode. Until next time, happy watching.